we are still on working with shapes. Now we want to see how we arrive at something like this. See how do we come about having shapes in form of charts, how do we come about having it in fraction, and how do we insert text into a shape. Okay, let us start. To start with, we are going to let us insert our shapes. Insert shape. You can use a rectangle shape. You draw your rectangle, the first rectangle, then you can copy and paste. Right click, copy, and you paste. You can also use the keyboard shortcut Ctrl C and Ctrl V. There are ways of copying this. You can duplicate. You click, press Ctrl D on the keyboard, it will also duplicate. And not only that, you can use Ctrl key, click on the edge, and you have it. If you want it to be straight, then use Ctrl Shift so that you maintain the same height. We have 3, so here comes another one. So you can reduce this. And let us have this reduced as well. How do we now fill? Click on the first one. You have your format. On the format, we click on shape fill, and now we move to pattern. When we get to pattern, we have, for the pattern, you have the foreground and background color. Since we want it to be in black and white, the foreground is black and the background is white. Let us pick this as the first one. Click OK. Go back. Click on the second one. Shape fill. Pattern. Another design. Here we are again. Shape fill. Pattern. Let us pick this. So here we go. This is how we arrive at this. From this we can talk about grouping of shapes. Say for instance, if I want to move any of these, it will be moving as individual objects. So that means you have to group. How do we group shapes? Click on the first one, hold Shift button on the keyboard, second object, until all the objects are selected. You can right click. When you right click, you have grouping. Then you click on group, or you go to format. When you get to format, you locate the group button, then you click on group. Now everything will move as a single object. That is how you can group and how you can draw your shape. Let us have another one. Insert shape, the same rectangle we want to use. You can have it up. Don't forget, you hold your Ctrl plus Shift, you drag it down. Another one. Okay, let's quickly fill this. Pattern. Let's move pattern. Alright, the last one. Okay, you click on this as well. So we have it. You can also use it to work with your fractions. Let us see fractions. Like now, what fraction? Shaded part. Now let us look at that. You insert shape. When you insert shape, shape 1, you can increase the line outwards. Shape 1, hold Shift, shape 2, shape 3, and alright, let us have shape 4. You have it like this. You fill one of those shapes using pattern, and here we go. So what fraction is the shaded part? It is 1/4. That is how to work with shapes. Not only that, we move on. We have another work that we're going to do. Right, adding text to our shape. How do we go about that? Let us try that. Let us insert shapes. Insert shapes. Let us pick an oval shape. Draw. You can right click and you choose add text. Now you type your desired text. Okay, we are doing fine and learning computer. That's how you can insert insert text into your shape. You can format this as well, or you change the shape like what we have done earlier. Click on format, then let us pick a triangle. Alright, some are covered. We have it like that. Okay, let's move on. You can add color. You can add color to this, and also in the color area, let us insert shape. Let's have this. We have different colors that can be applied. You have gradient. You can apply gradients. You can go for more gradients. 2 colors. Change the background. Color 1, color 2. Choose any of these. So you see what we have. That is how powerful shape is and how effective we can use it. Now the third aspect is working with shape. In working with shape is having it alongside text. Here we have a shape with some text, best policy, the shape having white background and the text is black. Here the shape is having black background and the text is white. Let us see how we can do that. Let us draw our shape. We always use rectangle. Let us draw shape. Okay, we have our shape. We type best policy. This is best policy. Centralize. Let us increase the font size and change the font to Arial black, so I'll be able to see it very well. Now you now place your shape on it. What happened? The shape is covered. You go to format. When you get to format, we have under arrange, click send behind text. Since you have send behind text, you now have your text coming up and the shape is going behind. Now you can do whatsoever you like to this particular shape. Right, let us change the outline. Shape outline. You have line weight. You can increase the line weight. You can go to more lines wherein you have series of design to choose from. Let me pick this. Can you see what we have? Best policy. Now let us try another one. Write best policy again. So we type best policy. Now we draw our shapes. When you draw the shape, rectangle shape, alright, the same process, send to back, or you right click, send behind text. That is order. Send behind text. Let's see. And don't forget, the background is black while the text is white. You highlight the text, go to home button, then under font group, you want to change the font color to white. Having done that, you click on the rectangle shape and you fill it with color black. Right, we have it like this. Can as well. Let's try another one. Okay, I just copy this. We only want to change the design. We want to change the color. We move to color. We can go to gradients. From gradients, you move to more color or more gradients. Let us see. We need two colors, red and possibly yellow. So let us see how this will go. This is best policy, working with shapes and tools. All right, let us try. This is under insert. We have what is referred to as word art. Word art is also a very powerful tool with which you can work with. Okay, there are ways you can type and highlight. Let us type best policy again. Best policy. You highlight. You go to insert. Word art. All right. We have best policy. But with this, for you to move this may not be as possible as you wanted it to be. What you need to do, go to format, click on text wrapping and choose behind text. You can now adjust. Okay, let us copy this, Ctrl C. We'll need it later. Let us go to fill. You can have single color, you can have multiple. You can choose from this. See, okay, let us have this best policy. Let's leave it. We have another best policy, and don't forget this is a word art. It's not an ordinary text. Fill, gradient, okay, texture. We have different texture with which you can fill with. You can also fill this with picture. Click on picture. You locate the picture you want to use. Let us make use of this. Then you have insert. So it's there already. Okay. Just change this. We have texture, we have more color. You can choose single color. Right, we can as well change the outline. Outline. Okay. Okay. Now under insert as well, we have, when you click on insert, under shapes, we still have some wonderful shape with which we can work with. We have the arrow key or arrow tool. You draw your arrow. Now let us increase the shape of this arrow, the weight. You increase the weight. The arrow is facing one direction. If you want it to face another direction, you go back, click on the arrow, click on format, shape outline, then arrow style. You have different. This is facing back, not having it here. At the back. If you want it to have double pointed edge, we have double. This is an equal and opposite reaction, or reversible reaction. You can use it to indicate that. Let us look at scribble. Scribble. All right. Click on insert. This is scribble. Use this scribble. You can use it to draw. That's when I want to write 2. Let me write 3. You also write 3. Now with this, you can now perform your magic. Let us increase the line weight and let us give it dashes. Okay, let's do it for figure 3. Increase the line weight. go back, dashes.